Hello, everyone, and welcome to the playing critique for the biggest event of the year. That's right, this is World Cup 2018 in the NXL. So this is my first pro World Cup, so I'm ready to jump right in. This layout is fantastic. You guys will see that it's quick, it's aggressive. I like it. So I wanted to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is from the first week of practice. This weekend we're going to be practicing Aftermath, and then on Tuesday we're going to be practicing Russian Legion, and then on Wednesday it's, I think, Dynasty, Heat, Kiev United, and I think Aftershock. So it's going to be a whole bunch of crazy practices. I know for sure the Aftermath practice I'll have recorded. The Russians I'm going to try to. The other ones I don't know if I'm going to have time to actually get that footage up for you, but I'll try to get something. But anyways, this is the first week. This is a lot of let's just try everything, throw it at the wall, see what sticks. So without further ado, let's jump right into this first point. So as we get into this first point, I just wanted to mention that I do play the front Doritos with the ML Kings, so a lot of this is going to be the front Dorito. I'm sorry to my snake side players and the center players, but I did try to get over there. I know I got over there for a couple points, but I can still help you guys out hopefully from here. So there's a big dirt patch right here, so that wasn't exactly good, so I wasn't able to really dive in too comfortably. But anyways, so with this layout, the really weird thing with the Dorito side especially, I can't really say for the snake side, but on the Dorito side, the further you get up, it's actually the safer, which is really weird. So what I was doing here was just trying to see what happens. I wasn't playing as aggressive as I should have been, but this is literally the very first point. We were just trying to see what worked, and yeah, so that's what I was doing here. So I really should have been talking back to my teammates more. There's always room for more talking. I don't know if I was just trying to figure things out and just kind of forgot that, had a brain fart. But with this field, so especially on the Dorito side, so again, I apologize to my snake side players, but this is still good for you. Snake side has a lot of really good shots on the guy moving up on the Dorito side. That brick is really, really powerful to stop him. Now, the other thing is that once you get to this bunker where I'm at now, you're pretty much protected from the snake unless they get into your snake one. So it's actually safer to get up into this spot here. Now, I think we do lose this first point. I missed this shot. Actually, the player was very surprised that I was there. We were joking about it afterwards, but he kind of dipped back. What I should have been doing was actually just kept shooting. That was my own fault, just not rolling my gun. What's going to happen? I dump a couple pods. That's about it. So all I'm doing here is staying inside, trying to look and see what I can do. So I'm just trying to roll my gun here, and I do eventually get run down. So it's not a bad thing that I'm shooting. You want to be shooting gaps. Try to see what you can and can't do here. Eventually, he's going to come. Yep, there he is. And ended up shooting me there. So be it. That happens. It's not the worst thing. This Dorito one is pretty safe to get to. Now, this shot here is awesome. If you'll be able to see the guy going to the Dorito corner before he gets there. Use that wing as a guide. Drops right into there. I was able to shoot him. It's either me or someone else or a mixture of the two. So that works real well. So I'm just trying to talk because I had a couple guys on me. Now, once you get people coming off you, just get up the field. What's really cool with this Dorito side is, yeah, you can just boogie on up. And there's more than one route. You don't have to take a certain couple bunkers to get up there. The Dorito that I'm at now, you can move up from. The one to the right of me, you can move up from. So they're really, really awesome moves here. So what I was doing, you can actually drop paint in on that can there from this little baby Dorito.
Brick!
I'm sorry, this isn't the baby Dorito. This is the bigger Dorito that's right next to the 50 wing there. So you're going to see me. I am going to make a move pretty soon. So you can use these. These wings are huge, so use them to your advantage. Remember, paintball is chess with guns. So I saw this guy here and was able to bunker him. I did end up shooting. I think it was the can I shot behind him, and then it was just the snake at the end. So we were able to finish out that point. So we were trying to kind of do like a slower, or I'm sorry, I was playing behind someone, kind of playing the two. I was able to shoot the guy on this Dorito one that I just went to. If you shoot the outside, just get control. If you're able to get the paint on that guy right away, it's gonna be easier for you to shoot him because he has to come out and battle you back in. You already have dominance. So a lot of this, like most paintball, is don't come off your trigger. With speedball, especially as you get further up in the divisions, you don't want to come off your gun because those guys are going to make moves real quick. What I was trying there was actually trying to bounce it off of the bottom of that Dorito into the can. I don't think it worked because I don't think anyone came off. So yeah, so that wasn't good.
Dorito 2!
So me just having my gun up here, what I was trying to do is just in case he tried to come out and move up into this wing on the outside, I'd be able to see him. Now I can't see him move on the inside. That's going to have to be someone on the other side of the field or on the inside. So all I'm doing is just talking. You can hear me saying that this guy is on tape. That way my team knows where it is that that I'm shooting. And also, well, actually, I should have said that I was on tape. And this guy was there. I think I did bounce him here because some people go in to go and check him on the sideline there. So whatever, it happens. What I love right now is actually Florida. I think this was like in the 70s, so beautiful weather. So this is the time that I really love Florida. So this guy ended up still staying alive. You can see the players over there kind of looking over to see if he's shot. Actually, they might have been moving at that point to not get shot because I had a guy get into the 50 there. I do end up shooting this Dorito. And that allowed us to be able to get up. Now, with this, all I'm trying to do is just keep paint on him, so that way he's going to be kind of nervous to move up. Now, my player in front of me should have gone and bunkered him sooner. He goes in and shoots him here, and it actually ended up that we did have a little bit of a brain fart. We weren't sure exactly where the last guys were, and it was guys. I thought it was just the snake corner. And you're going to see in a second, there he goes, right into that brick on the snake. And I don't remember seeing that. So it's good I didn't just try to rush and go and bunker this snake corner. It's good sometimes just to slow it down, make sure that you know where the bodies are. This is going to be one of those bang-bang fields, so you don't want to just run into paint accidentally and make a mistake there. So he was just saying, like, hey, he's on me, so that was perfect. In a second, I'm going to ask him what's holding you in, what's keeping you from going down the field. He has a better chance of moving down and kind of putting pressure than I do.
Hey, Brick! Hey, he's on me.
Or actually, I'm sorry, that was a different point. But yeah, once we knew that the brick was there, all I'm doing here, so I can still see the brick from here. And it's a big bunker, so if he picks one side, it's going to be hard for him to switch over to shoot the other side. Ends up that the snake corner, I end up shooting him, and then ended up going and bunkering the player in the brick. So again, we're just kind of trying stuff. I'm just trying to see what works, what doesn't work. And this one, I think I did get bounced on the way out. You want to be careful with the routes that you're taking. Now, the good thing is that you can set up a lot of different ways on this field on the Dorito side, and they are not going to know at all where you're going. Now, if you set up super obvious that you're going to a certain spot, then yeah, that's going to be pretty easy to pick up. But this bunker that I'm at, you have a couple different routes of getting there. You can go deep, like running on the back line and out of bounds, running straight into it. If you do run straight into it, you want to make sure that you dive right into it, and then the back line, you want to go real deep and then stop and use this Dorito to block you out from the other guys. So once I had people blocked out here, I was able to move up the field, and yeah, even what's crazy with this Dorito side is even if there's certain people are shooting one side of your bunker, there's a lot of times that you can just get low and go on the inside or go on the outside of the bunker. You can just move straight up the field, and it's going to be pretty easy to get up there. Now, there are some cross shots, like I said earlier, that snake side can get pretty deadly, so you want to make sure that you're being careful. I was just trying to get paint in the air here. There's still some guys that were shooting at me. Yeah, so I'm just getting paint in the air. It's better just to shoot, to be honest. This is something I learned from Timmy Probst when he was still playing pro with Damage. Before he retired, he was like, I'll just dive into a spot and start shooting a gap. And you never know. Sometimes you get lucky. And if it works, that's all. You know what? Who cares? You got to kill, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, so we're... So I think I was trying to correct someone. Just trying to talk. So that's really a lot on this field. It's going to be kind of tough. I think it's going to be kind of like Chicago, where it's almost going to be like a Dorito side and a snake side. Where it's going to be tough to know exactly who's still on what side. Now, if they do get further up in the snake, like I said, it's actually safer for you to get further up the Dorito side. Now, you want to be careful, of course, but you want to still push. If the faster you get to that 50 wing on the Dorito side, the safer you are, and the more chance that you have of of shooting the guy. So yeah, so I can't remember where they were shooting at me from here. I still should have been talking. That's definitely something I could have done better here. Just kind of reiterating, hey, here's what I see. They already knew that I was here. It's not like I wasn't getting shot at, so I wanted to be sneaky. They already knew where I'm at, so if I talk, it's not like I'm giving myself away. So that was something that I could have done better. So always check off on the inside here. You always want to make sure that you're checking off there, so that way you know that the snake isn't waiting for you, and at least you can put him in. Now I think what happens here is it ends up being myself and Charlie who owns the ML Kings, and then he ended up getting shot. So I think it was a 2-on-1 at this point. So eventually the guy does get out to this Dorito corner. I even tried jumping over the top of this trying to shoot, just trying to stay alive, and ultimately in a lower body situation, if we're down points, I have to push. I have to make sure that, you know, I'm trying to get the point, because they're going to try to kill the time. Now, if I'm up on points, I'm not going to be pushing like this. I'm going to go and make sure that I'm just going to try to stay alive. So what I was trying to do was get up, see if I couldn't shoot that guy, and then have it be a one-on-one with the guy in the can, or just do something like that. Over on this side, I was trying to play more of the Dorito corner. Both of the corners, the snake corner and the Dorito corner, are awesome bunkers because you can stand up tall and wrap and shoot the inside and shoot a lot of stuff and still protect your tape. So I think it is going to be good to have someone coming out to those bunkers if you have someone further up the field. The only downside is if I have a guy moving up on the inside of the field, I can't see that. So my guy that is playing front is going to have to go and make sure that he's posted that way. Now, I should have told my player here, stay posted down the tape, so that way he knew to shoot down that way if I was looking inside. So that was my mistake. You don't want to just switch, and then that's the time that someone comes off and bunkers your guy, because that ends up being your fault if you're the back player. The front player, his job is just try to do as much damage as possible and make sure that he is just trying to get a kill and at least trade. If you can do a kill and trade with someone, you did your job as a front player. It's up to the guys that play mid and back to clean it up. But if you can get more, obviously that's more ideal. I had a couple games here that I got like 3 or 4 kills. Moving on the inside here was really, really stupid. So again, I think this was literally the first day on the layout. So I'm just trying stuff. This was the stupidest thing to come here. I was trying to get my guy to shoot over so that way he was able to see the tape there.
Cobra 2! Hey, is he still in the corner?
So just trying to talk here. And
hey, we lost Snake! Hey, who's on the Snake side? Yeah, I think there's another snake.
Okay, so you can hear them saying that he traded, but I was pretty sure that there was still a snake there. Regardless, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, I take that back. You want to make sure you know where all the bodies are at. But I think we end up winning this point. So we were able to get the wrap on the field. The snake isn't going to be able to shoot me from here. And I don't know if I shot him or if it was the guy that played front. So I think ultimately they end up blowing the horn here because I think it was like a 3 or 4-on-1, and the guy was in the snake. And, oh no, that was it. So, yeah. Okay, so this is a run that you can do. It's just kind of tricky. You have to be careful of the shots coming back up the center. If you go on the outside of that can, or even on the inside of the first can up to the second can and then dive across, it can be useful. And if you have to, you can stop at that can and do some damage. I did it on one of the games where I was able to stop there for a second, shoot, and then it's not a, you pretty much just fall over, and you're going to be in the in that Dorito there. So a lot of this, so this is something that I need to be better with, is just staying on my gun. So it's good to be aggressive, I mean, of course, but you want to still make sure that you are moving up the field. Now, what I'm going to try here in a second is a bounce shot, I believe. If this is the game I'm thinking of. Yeah, so this shot does work. It does bounce into that 50 wing, but you have to shoot where the flap is. So if where it's set up, that the flap of where, like the flap that you see right there with that, I was just looking at, it bounces into the 50 wing there. But if the flap is there, it's not going to bounce. So it kind of makes it unfair, actually. So I did end up trading with that guy there, and I think we still ended up winning. But I guess I probably should have checked off on the other guy first behind him. But I guess it's not a bad thing just to go up and be aggressive and make sure that that guy can't move. And I think you can trap that can in there. So yeah, I think that makes sense. So you can just hear me talking, just trying to be aggressive here. And again, a lot of this Dorito side is going to be just push hard, and it'll work well. So I was able to kill him on the move up. And you always want to make sure that you're checking off the inside there, making sure that when you're moving up.
Last guy.
And you can just hear me just communicating with my player behind me, just making sure he didn't know that I had shot the other guy. So what was stupid here is I should have gotten behind him. So yes, I did end up shooting the brick, but I could have gotten to like his Dorito one and shot him in the back and just had his whole body there. So that would have been better to do that. So getting out to this Dorito corner can be kind of tricky. If they have a good laner, it's going to be tough because it's so open there. You might have to just sprint and dive straight in instead of gunning. But it doesn't hurt to just do it every so often, because you could also trick them and stop behind the Dorito one and go straight up into it. So if they don't know where you're going, it's going to be kind of a crapshoot. And I like this delay into this Dorito from the Dorito corner. It works pretty well. And that Dorito corner, like I said, is good. So even if you had to stay there for a little bit, you can even kind of defend from there. And yeah. So this is a good drop shot. If the can is posted on the Dorito side, if you shoot on the inside of that Dorito, you can drop it in on the outside of the can and maybe sneak one in on him. I think this is the point where I shot the guy in the snake and he decided to stay in, even though I shot him in the head, like a huge fat hit. We were shooting 5-star, and yeah, so that was, I don't understand that one. I think you'll hear me yell at him in a second. So I should have been talking here. I don't know why I wasn't.
All right, talk to me.
So like I should have been talking. Yeah. So I shoot this snake again, and then Charlie said that he also shot him. So that means the guy got shot 3 times. But that's practice.
Hey, is it the alpha?
So be it. So the guy behind me wasn't completely sure, but you can block a lot of people out, so this move that I make here is pretty useful. So I do end up shooting him first, that's why I stay in, and I knew that I shot him first. If it was a trade, I would have just called out. So then when it was just the last guy, I was just kind of, yeah, I think I did get shot cross field, but I think I shot 2 or 3 bodies on that one, so I did my job as a front player. So again, you can just hear me talking, communicating here. I think they started shooting shots over the top. That's why I started to take a knee. So that way I can still keep my paint going. Yeah, so again, this, like I said, this Dorito corner is awesome. There's a lot of really good shots from here.
Kill the Dorito, kill one, Dorito corner.
And yeah, so I would prefer to go here if you had someone in front of you, just because you can watch their tape real well, and then they just need to make sure that they're watching.
Dorito corner, Chris.
They're just watching the inside. So you can hear me just saying that. I don't know if he knew about the Dorito corner, because he started wrapping that bunker hard. So yeah.
Right here, right here.
So this isn't a bad spot to get up to. I can still see the guy move up. We were able to shoot out that guy there, and then shoot the Aztec there. And yeah, so like I said, the more aggressive you are in this field, the better it is, honestly. Like, there's so many good moves on here. I love it. So this is a little bit harder of a run. I think I did take a bounce on the way in. I think you really have to hug the inside, like make it look like you're sprinting straight up the bunker, and then dive across. So like sprint like you're going to that center tower, and then you have to cut across real hard. So that way you might be able to draw some paint inside, and then you can start cutting across. So this was a good game for me, because I killed 1 there, so that was kill 2 there. And then I'm on the 50 here.
Hey, stay on my tape.
So I'm already in a good spot. The guy starts to try to fill out, so I can shut down the snake side. So I shoot this guy here, so that's kill 3.
Hey, kill 3.
And then I can use this huge wing to block me out. Now, this wouldn't be the best move to go like this. I was able to get the drop on this can here. I think I shot all 5 this game. Haha, cool. So I should have gone straight at him and not gone so wide like that. Ultimately, even if he shot me, it wouldn't have been ideal, but yeah, so what? What are you going to do? This brick, if you want to shut down the Dorito side, is really good. Now, there are bounces off that pin, but that's only if he's playing it like I'm playing it here. So I think I get 2 kills here. Yeah, we definitely don't win this game. And we were just kind of messing around. But yeah, I got 2 kills from this brick here. Just posting on this Dorito
hey, it's
side.
Kill 2, back right.
And
right
just talking
Aztec.
here.
Yep, snake corner, right Aztec.
So this snake, I don't know what I could have done different here. I guess maybe gone up into the 50 wing. But this brick has a lot of good shots, so I can actually shut down a lot of stuff here. I think what I was trying to do is bounce it off some stuff, and that wasn't working. I should have probably... So I still have some shots cross field here. The guy ends up, I guess, I don't know if I bounced him or just completely missed.
Hey, back left, back right.
So what? I mean, it's practice, whatever. Yeah, so maybe what I could have done was gone to this wing and then hopped over into their brick. The only downside, well, I guess it could have worked because I could have gotten their corner to try to come shoot me, and then my guy behind me, it basically would have been like a bait where I would have been the bait.
Dorito 2, Chris.
And
Dorito 2, I'm posted on him.
He would have shot him on the move up. Sorry about that brain fart right there. So yeah, I think I probably could have been more aggressive. I don't know, part of me, I just wanted to shoot paint. I know I went out with like, how many pods? I just wanted to go and shoot paint. This was like the last point, or second to last point of the day. So I just kind of wanted to go and mess around, to be honest.
Got the Dorito 2, he's probably going to try to go. I can see the gap though.
So I think I actually start dumping my last pod pretty soon, and I don't want him to know that, so I'm still going to try to stay, keep the pressure on him, make it be where he has to force the issue. I'm going to be able to see his move up. Now this guy does make a really good move. I'll give him this. He gets over to that can, because I'm posted, I was trying to bounce it off the Dorito, that wasn't working. He moves up to the can that's just to the right of that tower, and does end up shooting me. So it was a good move. Kudos to the guy on that side of the field. Yeah, I should have probably just gone to their wing and then hopped into their brick, or even tried to go and bunker the snake corner. I mean, I still had someone behind me that he's a good player, and I trust that if I traded with the snake, that he would have been able to clean it out. So maybe that would have been the move. I don't know. But yeah, so he does end up getting a shot in on me. I think you'll see him move pretty soon.
Hey, he's trying to make a move on me.
Puts me in, which is really, really good, and then ends up shooting me. So what are you going to do? It happens. So this was, I think, trying to try a different route. This is that trying to go deeper and on the back line, like the out of bounds line, running along that, and then oversliding this Dorito one a little bit so that you can use the Dorito to block you out from the lane coming back. So I'm just talking, trying to keep paint in on people, and yeah, just trying to do work here.
Side, Nick.
Yeah, just talking, and I mean, it doesn't hurt to have paint. So this is one of those routes I was talking about. Even if they're shooting on the outside, you can just go straight up here, and then use this to your advantage. They let me go all the way, so I kept going. I think the guy behind me was saying that, hey, the Drew side's clear, so I was like, let's go, and took off. You still want to be careful, of course. You want to be smart about it, and so I just kind of started creeping around, and then ended up shooting this Aztec on the run there, and then it was just the snake corner, they ended up calling it. So, guys, thank you for watching. I know that this is a 25-minute critique, or 25 minutes of a video, so thank you for sticking with it if you watch the whole thing. I hope that it helps you guys out. I know I played more of the Dorito side, obviously, because that's my position. So getting ready for Cup, if I was playing just kind of like an MVPS, doing a critique for you guys for that, then I would have played everything. But I'm trying to get ready. We want to win the event, so I want to make sure that I'm ready for that. But yeah, so hopefully this helps you guys out. This weekend I will be getting footage with Aftermath, so that is going to be a great practice, as well as XPX Goats, which I know sounds like a silly team, but it's actually a really good group of guys, so that's going to be a great practice to go over there and practice them. And then, like I said, on Tuesday we're practicing the Russians, so if I can get footage, I will. And then also we have, I think it's Dynasty, Heat, Kiev United, and Aftershock on Wednesday. So if you guys are at World Cup, I don't know what field we're practicing on, but if you're at World Cup regardless, please come and say hi. I'll be at the event every single day, so be sure to say hi. The only reason I might seem kind of like a jerk, and I apologize in advance, is if I am about to walk to a game and I am just trying to stay focused. I don't mean to sound like a jerk. You know that I love meeting you guys and meeting fans and viewers and being able to hang out with you guys. So I apologize in advance, but if I'm focused, I'm just kind of focused on the game ahead. So I apologize, but thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do so. There's new videos every single week. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.